Phoenix! Ah, you're back. Run into some problems?
Oh, Polly, didn't you want to tell Daddy something?
Who? Me? No, I'm fine. I'm fine, really. What's this? So there's a problem. No problem, actually. I've got a defense request. Defense request? That is a problem. Huh? I've given up the court. I'm not a lawyer anymore. The request was for me! Oh, right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's doing that on purpose. I know it. We have new things! Murder! So what about this defense request? It's related to the murder in People Park, actually.
Guess what? We found Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand at the scene of the crime.
Did you now? That's unusual indeed. Never heard of a noodle stand being used as a murder weapon. I think the murder weapon was something else. Although I guess you could have just fed them 2 bowls of noodles, and that would be the same as murdering them. I mean, you don't know what the murder weapon was?
That funny detective lady won't let us on the scene. What kind of detective wears a lab coat, anyway?
A lab coat? Huh. Didn't think she'd be involved with this. You know her? You can say that. Talk to me about Ema Skye, Phoenix. So you know her, don't you? I met her on a case. This was about 10 years ago. She was still a high school student at the time. That would make her about the same age as me.
That's my daddy. He knows all the police types. Oh, wait. Maybe you know that other guy, too.
That other guy?
That shining prince on the motorcycle.
Prince? Ah, yes. Prosecutor Gavin. Paula, tell me about this Prince of Trucy's. Indulge a concerned father. He was at the crime scene. He looked just like Mr. Gavin. Did he now? You know him? My guess is he's Christoph Gavin's younger brother. His brother? We're acquaintances, after a fashion. Clavier Gavin. Rock and roll, God incarnate.
Clavier? What a lovely name. He's so dreamy.
I didn't know Mr. Gavin had a brother. And what was he doing out there? I have a feeling you'll be crossing paths again, soon. Now, what was the problem again? Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park?
Yeah, that detective woman won't let us.
Go to the office. Under the silk top hat, you'll find a bottle of white powder. Try taking that to this this detective. Wow. White powder? I hope it's not what I think it is. Hope it's not fingerprint dust. Just take it to her. It'll be fine. You'll see. Oh, and tell her I said hi. Okay. Some homeless guy says hi. Okay, under the silk top hat. This must be the silk top hat Mr. Wright mentioned. Let's take a closer look. Huh?
Whoa! You know what this is?
You know what this is, Trucy?
I remember finding some in Daddy's dresser when I was little. I thought it was sugar, so I licked it. He got mad at me, and then things got crazy when the wall started to melt.
This is getting more and more suspicious. White powder. Placed gently in pocket. Okay. Let's go talk to the detective lady. Dr. Detective Scientist. We go to Kentucky Fried Mansion. We go to the People's Park. And we're going to present the white powder. Does this ring any bells?
Is that... It couldn't. Where did you get that?
I brought it from the office.
You work at the Wright & Co. law offices, yes?
Yep, sort of. Technically, they've never paid me. And potentially never will.
Detective Skye, how do you know my daddy? Daddy? I'm sorry, who did you say you were? Trucy Wright, Phoenix Wright's daughter. What? Mr. Wright has a daughter? You seem shocked. Well, if you're Mr. Wright's daughter and you're his apprentice, then I'm available to help you in any way that I can.
Oh, thanks. You can start by not calling me Mr. Wright's apprentice. He is not a lawyer. I am lawyer. He no lawyer, me lawyer. Not apprentice.
This powder is used for detecting fingerprints.
Fingerprints?
I guess you might call it a memento from the time I spent with Mr. Wright.
White powder memories.
If you find any evidence of fingerprints on it, please let me know. We'll test for prints.
Well, she's quite the eager beaver all of a sudden. Okay, I guess we are examining the crime scene. This mannequin's dressed up to look like a police officer. I've seen one at the station. A mannequin in place of a body.
The body of the victim has already been removed. Do you think the victim was the noodle stand thief?
What, you think someone killed him because he stole it?
Yeah. Taking care of business. Little plum to Kentucky style.
Try not to sound too eager about that, please. Please. Let's look back here. There's gotta be a good clue or two around here.
You and your trash cans. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Please, can't you see I'm doing my... Huh? Look! Another pair of... underwear?
Wow, Apollo. You're a genius at finding panties.
Stop saying that. Wait, these aren't...
They're not mine.
Could these have been stolen too? Bloomers. Huh. Do these belong to... Little Plum? Sounds like it since they called them bloomers. It's a knife.
A shiv, to be precise. Ooh, lingo. The defendant, Waki Kitaki, is the son of known gangsters. The police are assuming this belongs to him.
Wait, but wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? Oh, look at this. There's a handprint on this shiv.
A handprint? Then there might be a fingerprint. Let's investigate. Right, first choose the fingerprint you want to examine. Choose a fingerprint? Look closely at the handle. See? There's more than one fingerprint there. Those black spots? That's right, pick the one you want to analyze.
I guess the big clear one?
Right, let's get detecting.
Wow, she's practically glowing with excitement.
First, sprinkle some aluminum powder over the print. Just touch the screen like this, see? The oil left by the print absorbs the aluminum powder, so you just dust it on. And blow it off. Blow? It's like whistling. You know how to whistle, don't you? Just put your lips together. Wow, amazing. It's like magic. Isn't it, though?
Right, let's give it a shot.
Instantly, it's important that you cover the entire fingerprint with the powder.
Dust for prints. Okay. How do I blow on it? I'm gonna put more powder down. Gotta put more powder. I gotta put more powder down all over everything. It definitely does have a mic, but I'm not sure how to activate it. Ah! I did it! I did just have to blow on it. You would not be able to do this with an emulator, I don't think.
Good clear, quite impressive. Next, to match the print, the police office has samples so you can tell whose finger the print belongs to.
That doesn't sound like as much fun as actually finding the print.
Okay, pick the person whose print you think this is. You probably have a good idea whose knife this is already.
Pal Maractus. We get to see his picture for the first time. Let's compare. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Match found! So the fingerprints do belong to the defendant.
Yes, isn't it amazing? All the power of science. It's my life. Apollo Apollo. She's sparkling.
And I'm dimming.
Look sharp, spirits up. The real fight is yet to come. Chin up, Polly.
The trial hasn't even started and I'm already losing. Knife added to the court record. Yep, that's a good point. The knife is not the murder weapon. I'm curious now about other items that we have, particularly the cell phone. Are there fingerprints on the cell phone? I feel like there should be. Doesn't seem that way. How convenient for someone. Can we dust the bloomers for prints? Whoa! Does that say Kentucky?
These bloomers sure have a distinct design.
You certainly know who they belong to at a glance.
That way she doesn't have to write her name on them. Genius!
I would think writing your name would be easier than drawing a plum blossom. Okay, no prints, but we know who they belong to. Okay. Can we talk to you about things now? Oh, we can. Thank goodness.
The report came in late last night. The body was found much as you see it now. Except it was a real body.
But why?
Why was a body pulling a noodle stand? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't still be here.
Well, what was the cause of death?
A bullet wound to the temple. He was shot by a pistol. A pistol? Not the easiest thing to come by in this day and age.
Unless you're a cop or a gangster. Oh. Yes, it's very hard to get guns here in America. It's very difficult to get guns. You almost can't do it. Almost impossible. What an important plot point.
Incidentally, the victim's name was Pal Maractus. I just received the autopsy report, in fact.
Maractus autopsy report. So the doctor is the one who died?
I mean, really, what's up with this case? It's enough to make me want to run off, pulling a mysterious noodle stand behind me. Not so mysterious, actually. We should tell her, Apollo. After all, we know where the stand came from. A likely story. I didn't come here to play games, you know.
Actually, we do know where the noodle stand came from. The noodle stand's owner is Guy Eldoon. His name's on the cart.
Who's the old guy?
This is the proprietor of Eldoon's Noodles, Mr. Eldoon himself.
He's famous in this part of town. Not bad. I guess Mr. Wright picked the right kids for the job. That saved me a lot of work. Thanks.
All right, noodle stand out of the court record. We're getting all kinds of stuff now.
What sort of person was the victim anyway? You mean, what did he do? He was a doctor.
Doctor. I'm starting to see a connection here. Okay.
Who, me? I'm just a supervisor for this crime scene.
Detective Skye. Huh.
I was out of the country for a while. Came back to be a forensic scientist. Ooh, you studying abroad? Something like that. I was studying in Europe. Forensic sciences, mind you.
It's where everybody goes to college, apparently, Europe.
When I got back here, they threw me in criminal affairs, just like that. Why didn't you just become a forensics expert in Europe? Well, I suppose that was an option, but, I had a lot of favors to repay to people back here.
Favors? Wasn't she in high school when she left?
What? What's that look for? I was involved in an incident before I left. But Mr. Wright and his people helped me out. I owed them. Really? I had no idea.
If she's been out of the country for a while, she probably doesn't know about Mr. Wright's current, state of affairs. Could you tell us a bit about the defendant? He's the only son of the Kitaki family, yes?
Waki Kitaki. I don't know if he's the boss's son, but he's certainly throwing his weight around violently in the detention center.
Oh yeah, we have to go there and talk to him.
I see.
Why was he arrested in the first place?
You are a defense attorney, aren't you? You're not his by any chance.
Actually, yes, I am.
Well, we have a witness to the moment of the crime. The witness called the police. They'll be testifying during the trial tomorrow. What?
Could you tell us a bit more about the victim?
Well, let's see. Apparently he's a physician at a clinic in the area. Quite well off, too, from the sound of it. The clinic's name is the Miraculous Clinic. Maybe that's why the cop car was parked there. What? You've been to the clinic?
Yeah, though on a related issue. I told the detective about the case of the stolen noodle stand.
I see. So that means Dr. Maractus stole the stand and pulled it all the way here?
That would seem to be the case.
But why?
Don't ask me.
So, have you met the defendant?
No.
Visiting hours are almost over at the detention center. You might think about wrapping up here and heading over.
Good idea. I don't know what good it will do. We have a witness and a knife with prints. Have I mentioned I've got a bad feeling about this?
Don't worry, it's like a right tradition.
Some traditions I can live without. Alright, let's head over to the detention center. Should I present stuff? You know what? Yeah, I'll go back and see if there's anything new. Since she wasn't really looking at anything before. This cell phone in particular I find interesting.
Sorry, I don't think I can help you with that. I think you need more than just scientific help. But ask me anything you like. Just ask scientifically.
Yeah, this is very unhelpful. And then the evidence that she gave me. Yep, nope. We're just gonna head over because she is not being helpful. Not helpful at all. Back to the Right Anything Agency. And detention center. I'm sorry, meeting hours for the day are all done. We missed him? But we still have 3 minutes. I'll put it in your request, but don't expect anything. The father's talking in the private room with him.
The father? You mean like a priest?
I mean the suspect's father, Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kitaki himself. Not someone I care to meet. Die, you! You're the one on your way out, old... they're here. Whoa! Whoa! This guy radiates power! Power. With a cute apron? His fox apron is pretty great, actually.
You Walkie's lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm Bigwin's Kitaki, fourth head of the Kitaki family, capiche?
Actually, I came to speak with your son?
Mr. Justice.
Yes?
My son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, it would not be good. Capiche?
Yes, I'm all about capiching. Capished loud and clear.
You gotta do more than just understand to make it. You'll learn, though. Even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life.
I don't feel so good. I have no idea what to make Waki Kitaki sound like. What's the big idea, old man? You can't treat me like a kid no more, not now. You know, I wanted to go to the clinic. I like it there. Like it here. It's great. You must be Waki? A G's not a G till he does hard time, bizoy. You'll see, when I get out of here, things will change.
Silence! My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy.
Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that. Ha! You can't take me under your wing this time, old man! You heard me? I don't need no trial! I did it!
I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow. Or else, capiche?
Oh, so much for talking to our client.
But we made so much progress today. We even found my panties. I had fun at least.
Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for the trial? Almost forgot, it's time for my show.
Almost forgot it's time for my show. Tonight I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come check it out.
No. I won't. Because it's to be continued! And we've got to get time-lapse to a case! But that'll be for next time when we actually have a trial, where we have a client who clearly didn't do it, but wants to admit that he did. That'll be great. Alright. See you then. For now, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Bye for now.